born into a world where everyone told you the same thing. Think for yourself, be original, make your own decisions. They said it like it was simple, like the mind was untouched land, like your thoughts grew wild and free, fed by curiosity, not by design. But what if that was never politics, fears, desires, handpicked, not for meaning, but for profit? See, nobody told you the rule that decides your entire inner world. If something isn't profitable, you will never see it. Not once, not in passing, not by accident, not in your entire lifetime. You only ever encounter what the system can sell you, and everything it can't, every real idea, every healing truth, every uncomfortable philosophy, every freeing thought, it stays invisible. Not because it's dangerous, but because it can't be monetized. People think ideas spread because they're powerful, they're true. No. Ideas spread because they convert. The algorithm doesn't push what matters, it pushes what performs. The marketplace doesn't amplify wisdom, it amplifies what stimulates. Your feed isn't based on your taste is based on your feed. You don't choose your interests are formed by repetition. You don't choose your beliefs, you don't choose what inspires you. You only get inspired by what is profitable enough to be placed in front of your eyes. Your whole identity is downstream of what the system can monetize. Let that sink in. From what you fear, to what you chase, to what you worship, to what you think about at night, it's all filtered through one question: does this earn money? If not, it gets buried under a mountain of noise, trends, content, memes, discourses, entertainment, and dopamine bait. You never find it, you never knew it existed. Your mind is shaped by emission as much as exposure. The truth is simple. The world isn't hiding anything from you. You think you're scrolling, you think you're choosing, but you're being harvested. Not your labor, your attention, your emotions, your impulses, your insecurities. Your stress is monetized. Your boredom is monetized. Your loneliness is monetized. Your anger is monetized. Your sadness is monetized. Everything that hurts you feeds the system that keeps you hurt. Because you engage more when you're not okay. Because sadness grows longer than happiness. Anxiety searches more than confidence. Fear reacts faster than pace. Insecurity buys more than stability. The system doesn't care if you heal. Healing doesn't generate revenue. It doesn't matter if you find yourself. Self-knowledge doesn't produce clear world designed to extract you. You were meant to live, not convert. Here's the truth nobody wants to admit. Deep thought is unprofitable. Silence is unprofitable. Slowness is unprofitable. Stillness is unprofitable. Solitude is unprofitable. So those parts of the human mind, the ones responsible for wisdom, originality, purpose, clarity, get quietly erased. Not by censorship, not by force, but by overstimulation. You aren't forced to think shallow. You're distracted out of ever thinking deep. Every second is filled. Every gap in your mind is patched over. Every slow moment is attacked with something new. The mind becomes a hallway with no doors that lead inward. You never look at yourself because the system never leaves you alone enough to try. You never ask who you are because it's easier to scroll than confront the truth. You never see reality because the algorithm can show you thousands of simulations that feel more exciting than the real thing. This is how civilization collapses from the inside out. Not with war, not with chaos, but with distraction. A society that cannot think deeply cannot survive itself, and every day we go further into the shallow end. But here's the twist, the turn, the part that hits you in the chest. You are not powerless, because the system can only control your mind if you never notice it's happening. Once you see it, once you recognize the architecture, once you understand the puppet strings, you cut them. You don't escape by deleting apps, you escape by changing the way you use your attention. Attention is the last thing you truly own. It's the last property left. It's the last land the world hasn't taken from you. And every time you choose where to place it, you reclaim a piece of yourself. Read things that algorithms won't show you. Watch things that don't sell anything. Think longer than the system wants you to. Sit in silence long enough for your real self to finally speak. Because the moment you take your attention back, your mind stops being a product. Your thoughts become an inventory, and your identity stops being influenced. You become a human again, not a customer, not a target, not a data point, not an output, human. And in a world like this, that's not just rebellion, that's revolution. Because the system can control everything except the person who thinks for themselves, not the version of thinking for yourself they sell you. The cute motivational poster version, but the real version. The kind where your mind belongs to you, because you built it with intention, not because it survived a $1 billion filter. Once it happens, you don't just escape the cognitive capitalism, you outgrow it. You become someone the system can't profit from because you stop selling your attention to the highest bidder. And anything the world can't profit from, it can't predict, it can't manipulate, it can't control. A human mind, fully awake, is the one thing the system cannot monetize. And that's why it's the most dangerous thing you could become.